position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange and Syracuse University. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Syracuse's offense will have the football first. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Right on the money. Just what the doctor ordered to get away. Shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Syracuse right back at it. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball comes out. What a disaster. Turning it on. Defense picks it up. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's James. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's put. And this offense is on the move.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fires to the wideout. intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Fires to the big fella.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Look out, he's got room. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
To the air on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Handoff to the lone back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Syracuse right back at it. He'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense has got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Here's the handoff. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. He'll take it himself. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Running into the open space.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. we've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Knocked down for the tackle. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On the move, he fires. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner goes down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this year after year. Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, he'll throw it. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the back. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fakes the grab on the left. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And I don't know if field position really matters on that one, right? I know they're on the plus side of the territory, but 4th and inches, most offenses today are going to be going for it. They did. They execute the running play, and they keep the sticks moving.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. To the air on 1st down. Got a man, it's Taylor. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Release to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Golden. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Just about set to get this second half underway.
Syracuse, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And the extra point is good.
Michigan, 34.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll open the second half with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. The give is to Williams. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Now, fourth down.
Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Power football with the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Here we go. To the ground. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
They've been running it, but now the pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Cuse. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Making side adjustments here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. The give to the fullback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the single back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
He wants to throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Wolverines. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Man, that field shrinks. You've got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to, let them make plays, make it look like run. All the big boys on the field, slip that tight end out, find him, they'll do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pulled and fired complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Makes one man miss. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Give to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And here comes the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Ooh, definitely dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice, and they're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
Open space at the 25. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Marshall. Tackled there by the defense. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. So here comes the Michigan offense. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Complete to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. And you just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It is good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 9 to Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Randolph. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Gives it on the option. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.